You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Everybody, how y'all doing, ladies? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Ladies Lounge. Welcome to the lounge. I so appreciate each and every one of y'all. Big ups to everybody who tuned in yesterday to one of my series, The Unhinged, in which I discussed the case regarding Chris Watts, who unalived his pregnant wife and two beautiful little girls. So if you didn't get a chance to check it out, make sure you do, because I know a lot of y'all are y'all really like the Unhinged series. So just in case you missed out, it is still uploaded, so you're welcome to check it out in your own free will. Also, big ups to all of my customers who are now my cable customers. I'm glad that I have been able to save you money. You no longer paying $100, $200, $300 for cable once a month. So I'm glad I was able to save you some money. Been getting a lot of positive feedback. Everybody tells me how much they love the quality of the cable, the fact that it comes with 9,000 channels and you're only paying $30 a month. Awesome sauce. So again, I appreciate all of my subscribers who are also my cable customers. For those of you who are interested in purchasing cable, inbox me, put in the subject cable, so I will know what it's about, because I get a bunch of email. So let's get into it right away. Let's get into the sermon again. Welcome to the lounge. Hit the like button. You already know I'm going to deliver. All of my mods, if you are here, I thank you, appreciate you. My members, thank you. I appreciate you for tithing to the congregation faithfully, $3 a month. And for those of you who are just now checking out my content for the first time ever, join the family. It's not going to cost you any money. Listen, we get down over here. We have a good time. But we also share wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. So make sure you join the family if you haven't already. So let's get into it, right? Everybody's been talking about Martell. Of course, he's been trying to really, be low-key. I haven't been hearing too much going on, and I think he's trying to tread lightly, especially with all of these cases that's pending against him, the DV, with Mel, and also, the fact that he's been dodging and stalling taking his psychiatric evaluation test. So Martel has, pretty much, been up to his same usual shenanigans, but nevertheless, he felt it was necessary to go live and address some of the issues, because, a lot of the bloggers been on their heads. Big ups to all the queens on bloggings. True T, Caramel, Queen Sheba, what's the other one? Ooh, child, there's so many of them. But, big ups to basically, all of the queens on blogging. Y'all know who y'all is. I rock with so many of y'all. Who knew? The other one, Coco Gonna Tell It. A lot of you ladies, y'all rock. Chit Chat with QT. And it's the other one too. Damn, I can't remember. But anyway, big ups to all of the queens and blogging. Y'all been keeping y'all foot on Martell's neck. We appreciate y'all. And we know it's been a lot of people going against the grain, Sherelle's World, Piggly Wiggly, throwing shade. Martell has his minions, of course. So, The whole bottom line is, at the end of the day, you know, justice will prevail. God is going to cover his children, regardless of how the enemy tries to come in full force. You know, God is still standing on business, and he's going to continue to take care of Mel. So that's why I don't waste my time arguing and going back and forth with people who have so much animosity towards her, because I'm telling you, they hate is not stopping Mel from becoming great, honey, because she is doing so well with her 7th Avenue, with her businesses. The woman is steadily flourishing. You cannot keep a good woman down, right? So I'm going to play this video that I did get from What's Happening, because I will credit people if I use any of their information. If they did get it from someplace else, I don't know, because sometimes you get information from bloggers who take from other bloggers and they don't acknowledge it, but that's not my business. But I'm going to play the video in which Martell called himself explaining and addressing some of the issues and the controversy, the negative controversy that's been surrounding him. I'm going to be stopping and interjecting. I have to do that because, for one, I want to reiterate and share with y'all my own perspective, my own insight as to what I think he is saying and the message he's really trying to give across. And for two, it keeps the copyrights down to a minimum. You never want to play somebody's video or content all the way through, because it gives a red flag that you're not being creative, that you are intentionally taking somebody else's craft and you're not using it for fair use, because you're not giving your own opinion. You're not adding anything else to the equation. So it's just basically like you just duplicating somebody else's craft, which I refuse to do that. So this video is coming from What's Happening. I'm not sure who the original person was who put the video out, but I'm going to be interjecting. So let's listen to what Martell has to say. And you know, I would never believe him, even if his tongue came notarized. I just don't. But let's get it popping, and we're going to break it down to science, what he's really saying and what is going on. So I'm going to be pausing a lot in between, just letting you know, if you want to hear the whole thing straight out, I will leave the link to the bottom. But in the meantime, I'm going to be doing a lot of interjecting. So let's roll.
Man, a few weeks. But listen.
Fair
some
use.
Y'all probably heard, some y'all haven't, but it's like I gotta start addressing certain things when it presents itself. You know, I haven't seen anything, I haven't heard too much, but you know, I get phone calls about what's going on in social media in terms of.
By the way, any and everything that I say in this video or mention is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Using this content for fair use purposes. Again, it is fair use, and I'm going to be sharing my own thoughts as well as we proceed into the video.
Me being those allegations from 2022, even to present day, you know, I like to be transparent about stuff. Have I my children? No. Have I ever spanked my? Yes.
We want to stop where he's talking about how he's always been transparent. Martell has never, for the most case, been transparent. He's only been transparent with his lies. We can see right through that. He's never really been honest, straight up. Everything he's ever said has been to make Mel look bad. It's been to make himself look better. He loves to twist the narrative so people can have more empathy and sympathy for him. Martell has yet to come clean about all of the things that he has really taken his children through, that he's taken his ex-wife Melody through. And this is the very reason why he has not been able to grow and not been able to prosper, because he is still determined to be dishonest and untruthful, because he's become accustomed to manipulating. That is what he specializes in. And anytime you're dealing with a person that's very manipulative, very rarely are they going to take accountability. Very rarely are they going to see any fault in their ways. And because of that, the chances of them changing are slim to none. And this is the reason why it's been going on 4 years since him and Mel divorced. They cannot move forward. They're still stuck in the same place with one another. Mel is steady growing and steady prospering because Mel realizes that Martell was the biggest piece of the puzzle in which she was not able to grow as much. And she realized that, and that's what made her take the ultimate step to divorce him. And she's been growing and excelling and prospering since then, because she knew that in order for her life to make a difference, and in order for her to become a better woman, she had to get rid of that dead weight, which was Martell. But we're going to continue listening to him lie some more. Let's go.
But I haven't spanked him in quite some time, you know? But I just hate that this narrative is going around, and, you know, bloggers picking things up, and, you know, certain people trying to destroy me.
No, what you hate is a lot of the bloggers, including myself, we are on to your BS. We smell BS all over your breath. We smell manipulation all over your breath. You carry that heavy scent of full of lies cologne. You have that full of lies cologne scent that you carry everywhere with you. And that is what's aggravating you, because there's so many bloggers that are onto you. There's so many people that are onto you. And you've tried to put up this persona, and we know that you are wolf in sheep's clothing. Nobody's not buying it. All this, I'm a good father, I'm a nice guy, I'm a stand-up guy. You tarnish that legacy from the moment you smashed Arion and created Little Chucky Little Helmet. And to this day, you still have not thoroughly really apologized for your wrongdoing and where you failed as a husband. So no, you are upset with the fact that nobody's not buying what you are selling. There's nothing you're going to say that's going to keep bloggers off of your back from not talking about you, not dragging you through the mud, because you very well earned it. And that's the thing. You know you cannot clear yourself, but you're determined to do that anyway, which is the reason why you decided to do this video, wasting everybody's time. But guess what? We're here for it. Plus, it helps out with my views. So let's proceed.
But it's not going to happen, though. You know, I'm not going to allow it to happen. Can you guys hear me?
The only thing you should have not allowed was yourself getting Arion pregnant. You should have not allowed that from happening. I wish you had that energy then before you had bust a nut that night. But we'll proceed.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's court ordered that Melody and myself, we can't spank it because of like the first allegations. Wait, was this 2022? All the kids.
It's funny, Martell, how you pick and choose what court orders you want to follow. Okay, so you're claiming it's court ordered that y'all can't spank them, yet you're still not fulfilling the rest of your court orders. What about you taking this psychiatric evaluation? What about you allowing other people to post the children when you had a court order that Mel couldn't post the children? So once again, I smell lies all over your breath because you pick and choose what the hell you want to follow when it comes to the court order. You make the rules as you go and you bend the rules as you go. You have not fulfilled any of your court orders from what I could understand. But we'll keep listening to you spill some more lies.
So what, 2022, allegations came out, but this was like at the end of like things like that. And I'm just going to talk freely because I'm tired of all this stuff, talking about I'm being and stuff like that. Go up there, sweetheart.
You're not tired of the allegations. What you're tired of is people not believing in you. Because I guarantee you, if the majority of us bloggers was rocking with you and caping for you like Sherelle and a couple of these other, mammy minions, you would be cool with it. You would be your energy would be different if we were stroking your ego and bash your melody. You would love it. What's pissing you off is so many people onto you, and nobody's not caping with you. And no, there are people caping with you, but there's more people who aren't caping with you that's outnumbering the people that are caping with you. And that's what it is. You're so used to having your way with women. You're so used to having your way with being able to persuade and manipulate people. And what it is slowly but surely running out. You're running out of minions, Martell. You're running out of minions. You're running out of believers. You're running out of even the people, even your own cast members from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now they acting shady towards you. They done unfriended you. Even Marceau and Maurice is distancing themselves from you. So what it is, you're running out of minions, so at this point it's not looking good for you, and you're trying to recruit as many minions as you can by going around doing these sympathy tours. You're trying to gain more empathy and sympathy because people are catching on to you, and you're steadily burning bridges left and right, and you're running out of minions. So that's what's going on.
In terms of me being, so I gotta start addressing things. Again, have ever my children? No. Have ever anyone? No. Again.
You didn't allegedly you assaulted or spanked or hit Tank. So why would you say never? You already starting offline. Proceed.
Hold on, I'll be up there in a minute, y'all. I might need to just get off this RZR and let them ride this thing. I'll get out in a moment.
Notice how he wants to record while his children are there. This is another manipulative tactic. Look at me. I'm a great dad. I have my children with me. I'm spending time with them. See, I'm a good dad. I'm not this bad dad. I'm not this bad guy. I do spend time with my children. Yet you have not given Melody an ounce of child support. You have not contributed anything financially, but what you did contribute was a lot of emotional toil and a lot of mental and emotional trauma. That's what you did do. And for the record, there's more than one way to abuse a child other than physically putting your hands on them, which allegedly we heard you did, but I'm going to say alleged, okay? What about the emotional and the mental trauma? The fact that you are parading your coleslaw, your succubus, in the presence of your children when your children was coming over. What about the torment of your children having to be in the company of another sibling who did not come from their mother? What about all of that? The fact that you have no compassion and you would allow your mistress to be in the company of your children who you had during the marriage with their mother. What about that? It's more than one way to traumatize a child other than giving them a black eye and, broken ribs. The fact that you have disrespected their mom by sexually being involved with this one, with coleslaw, having a child from coleslaw, and yet you allow the same woman that ruined your marriage, who you allowed and gave access to ruin it, you would allow her around your children. And yet, you're a good father. Let's proceed.
Y'all need to take a break.
And you need to take a break from lying.
Yeah, the girls are sweet. Yeah. They out here riding these RZRs and can't drive. You know how you women are. Y'all can't drive. Yes, I said that.
Okay. Let me put the brakes right there. See, this is my problem. And men do jokingly say, because my husband messed with me about my driving. But coming from Martell, anything he says about women, I'm going to look at him with the side eye, because Martell is a womanizer. So based off of what we've seen him do to Mel, it just really lets you know it is embedded, it is cemented in him as to how less he thinks of women. And like I said, y'all can take it as small talk. Well, all he said was that women can't drive, but this just goes to show you that he really has no respect for women. He does not know our worth. He does not care about our worth. We are just toys. We're just objects. We're just something for him to play with. And this is the reason why he does not see any value within us. And this is the very reason why Mel understood the assignment. She knew that giving any more of her life and time into that marriage would have only continued to drain her. But his attitude about what women aren't good at, this just goes to show you have to pay attention to some of the things a man says. If he's putting down women can't drive, women can't cook, aren't good cooks, or women aren't good leaders, pay attention to small disrespect, especially when it comes from men that have fully displayed narcissistic behavior, because this just goes to show this is why Martell, it does not matter what woman gets involved with him, Sheree, Air Mattress Mel, it does not matter. All women are just something for him to capitalize off of in some form or another. Proceed.
But listen, so I've heard that a couple bloggers, they I make sure my kids get the practice that I signed them up for. I signed them up for baseball.
Yeah, you signed them up, but you ain't paying for a goddamn thing. I guarantee when you signed them up, that bill went to Melody. Those fees went to Melody. The equipment and all the uniforms, and we know that stuff is expensive, it went to Melody. Melody is paying for that stuff. Martell, we know you don't have any money. And this is the reason why so many female and women don't respect you. Because you're sitting up here trying to take all of this credit. Least you could have said was, well, if you want to take some kind of credit, you could like, well, yeah, I do make sure that at least, get to and from practice. But, for the most part, Melody is the one taking care of everything. You're still trying to take Melody's shine. Because and I'm going to tell you why you do that. Because even you as a grown man knows it does not sound right if a man says, yes, I do take my kids, I sign them up for sports, I sign them up for ballerina and all type of events, but I'm not the one paying for everything. My baby mama, my ex-wife is the one paying for everything. Even you know that by saying that, it makes you look weak. It makes you look bad. And ironically, you won't say that you're paying for anything. You saying that you signed them up. And okay, kudos, you signed them up. But of course, I guess you don't have a problem with signing them up, because at the end of the day, Mel is going to fit the bill. Why? Because she wants what's best for her children. And it's all about her kids when it comes to Melody. So don't sit up here tooting your own horn talking about how you sign them up. Okay, you need to sign up paying for some child support. But we know you're one of those dads. This is the kind of dad you are. You will pick them up, drop them off. You'll do all the hands-on and think that you've done everything. And that's your way of avoiding paying child support. Now, don't get me wrong. You have some men that are the opposite. They will pay that child support every month, but will not be hands-on, is not active, do not take the kids to the sports, do not attend events. They just pay that money once a month and keep it moving. A real man knows that it's imperative that a child has the benefits of both. Children not only need their father to be present and to cheer them on for the bleachers, but They also need their fathers to get a job and help to financially contribute towards these type of activities. Even if the mother is rich and well off and has the money, least you could be doing is offering and letting male know that, hey, I don't mind going half and half or whatever. You're not going to do that because at the end of the day, you are a half-ass father. You do just enough to make yourself look good. Yeah, we know you signed them up, but you ain't the one paying it up, though. Let's go.
I signed them up for tennis. I signed them up for arts. I signed them up. I just got my little 4-year-old Milani. I just got her into school. I registered her, and they picked her to get into school. I did that. I'm over education. I'm over athletics. I'm over all of that. So it's like I don't want nobody playing with the things that I do. Because I'm not gonna lie, being a parent is difficult. Being a parent of 5 is difficult. And then me being a man, but I'm not tripping because I'm...
Well, you created that 5th child. Nobody told you to do that. You made that choice. And furthermore, anytime a parent has to say, I did this, I did that, I signed them up for tennis, I'm the one that enrolled them in this school, I'm the one. Anytime you have to keep giving all this credibility about what you're doing, for one, it lets me know that that's all you do. Because, truth be told, let me just let you know this. You are doing what a parent is supposed to do. Stop looking for brownie points. And most of the time, parents who always brag about what they do, that's how you know they're really not doing enough. Because a parent that's used to doing for their children, when you give your children all the time, you don't have to keep going around acknowledging it. Well, I'm the one who got my daughter into the military. I'm the one who made sure she graduated from high school. I know if I got to keep saying everything I've done, that's out of guilt. Basically, a way of me avoiding all of the things in which I did fail as a parent, in which I did not do, in areas in which I did not perform. So, to compensate for that, I have to keep talking about what I do. No shit, Sherlock. You're supposed to do that. You're not paying child support. That's the least you could do. You're not helping Melody out. No, you're one of those men, you're not going to come up out your pocket. And personally, I know men that are like that. They will do everything physically just to avoid paying child support. To avoid putting money in the hands of their mother's children. Women who are going to do the right thing. I'm not talking about ratchet hood rat mothers, but women who they know going to handle their business. They refuse to put money in the mother of their children's hands. So they just want to be the hands-on dad to avoid paying money. Martell, you have to keep stressing what you're doing. It's because you're not doing enough, sir. Let's proceed. Plus, you don't get any credit. You're doing what a father's supposed to do, but you should be doing way more. But we'll continue.
Doing this, my kids, my responsibility, so I'm doing it. No complaints. I don't complain that I gotta commute a total of an hour and a half, 2 hours.
You should, because you don't work anywhere. You got all the room in the world to commute. Martell, you don't have a 9 to 5. Melody does. So it would only be fair that you would at least do all the commuting because you don't have no job. You don't own any businesses. What conferences you got to be to, sir? What time clock you hitting? None. So that's the least you could do is get the kids back and forth to where they need to go. And Melody probably had to cash app you gas money to do that.
When my kids are with me, when I'm taking them to school, when I'm taking them to practice, all that shit I got over on their mom's side of the of town. I got them over there, but I'm over education, I'm over sports, so I can move them wherever I wanted to move them to. But no, I kept them over there on that side of town. I don't complain. I handle my business. And then
You kept them on outside of town near Melody because in an event, you have your moments when you don't feel like doing a damn thing, when you don't feel like picking them up, dropping them off. That way Mel can get them, or Mel can send someone else to do it, or however. It's still all about you. You're up here trying to make it seem like you're doing your best. You're trying to be the stand-up man. You're doing your part. In actuality, you're doing what conveniences you. Continue.
all this stuff that you know when the TV show about to come back on, stupid ass allegations come out, right? Tell me, no. How the hell did I just become a just because we got a divorce? Like what the? No, Martell ain't became a. Like, don't y'all get things twisted because y'all see certain things on the TV show. When I get upset, because I am a man, and I do get bothered. I will raise my voice. Like
Martell, well, that's the case. You bothered all the time. You know how I mean? If I had to put a nickel in my pocket every time you raised your voice and you released your feminine energy by screaming and yelling and acting like the drama queen that you are, I wouldn't have to blog. I could retire. We've seen you act out. We've seen you scream and yell and all your feminine feelings coming into fruition. You do not know how to conduct yourself as a man. People had to hold you back from taking things to another level. People had to grab you. People had to pull you away. Had it not been from them cameras there, ain't no telling what all you would have done. So we could only imagine what Mel went through behind closed doors. And we know allegedly, we're going to say allegedly to be nice, and because of YouTube policy, we know allegedly you don't put the paws on Ariana air mattress, and her face was swole up like a cantaloupe. And yet y'all had to go live. And you know what? This really is a pattern that we notice you do, Martell. When the heat is turned up, you got to go live. That you make yourself look guilty every time you go live. You're very contradicting, because for 1 minute you're talking about you don't care what the bloggers have to say about you, but then another minute you're going live and you're addressing what the bloggers have to say about you. Which one is it? You know why? Because deep down inside, you're an insecure little boy. You've always lacked confidence and self-worth, and you always worried about what people said about you, how people looked at you. You've never had much self-esteem, even from a little old boy, thanks to Mammy Marlene. And even to this day, you still don't have the proper amount of self-esteem you need to have as a man. That's why you're so mean, nasty, you belittle women, because the very woman that failed you was your own mother. She didn't give you the confidence you needed as a little boy. And here it is now, you're a grown man, you're still seeking validation from other people. And this is the reason why you're on live once again, having to explain yourself. And we really don't give a rat's ass, because we already know that nothing you say is credible. But we'll continue to listen to the lies because it does make good content. Let's proceed.
To me, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't hit a woman. Don't be to your children. Period. So
it's more than one way to hit a woman. You can hit a woman by humiliating the hell out of her, embarrassing her, getting all her friends and enemies to gang up on her. So you can have a whole army, because you're not confident enough or strong enough to go up against her by yourself. So you got to go around and recruit people who you know don't like her. Try to get people to go against her. So it is more than one way for you to hurt a woman, other than putting your hands on her, which allegedly we know you have done that, but we're going to say alleged. So miss me with that. Continue.
I don't know any bloggers on here right now, but again, like, y'all check. I know somebody, like, check with your sources and stuff like that before you start talking about somebody being a...
Martell, you bothered. This is how, listen, to all the bloggers out there. Martell is displaying just how much control we have over his life. This is a prime example of when a person tries to act like they're so unbothered, but they're really bothered. The fact that he has addressed bloggers 2-3 times in his content, in his video, it lets you know he's very concerned what we say about him, which means good job, ladies. Y'all got him by the balls. Let's go.
Call my people so we can talk and we can sit down and talk in terms of somebody being never been.
Nobody wants to sit down and talk to you. Every time you've talked with Tasha K, with Queen Sheba, every woman that has given you opportunity, you saying a lot of things and ain't saying nothing. You've repeated and regurgitated the same your same speaking points. You just keep saying it in different ways. You still won't fess up to nothing. You still won't confess up to anything. Ain't nobody need to reach out to you and talk to you about a damn thing. Because you gon' lie, you gon' gaslight, you gon' manipulate. And to be honest, I'm quite bored. Anybody else who interviews Martel at this point, I will lose total respect for them. Because he be saying a lot of something and ain't saying nothing. It's the same tired stuff about how you the victim and you always try to be the stand-up dude and Melody just keep doing so much to you behind closed doors. You've been saying the same thing over and over. It's like a broken record. No, I'd rather somebody tie me up in the basement with the leaky ceiling, stuck watching Bonanza Marathon for 24 hours before I sit there and watch you speak for 5 minutes. Let's go.
I've been abused by my ex. I mean, y'all saw that, so that's why I went to Tasha K a while back and put that out.
The gaslighting. You go places where you know you can get away with lying. And what you don't know, sir, is Tasha K don't give a damn about you either. She used you for the same reasons we talk about you. You make good content because you are a clown. Anytime somebody brings up Martel, talks about Martel, that is when their views go up the most. So, for Tasha K, it was a money move, okay? She didn't give a rat's ass about your side of the story. First of all, Tasha K is a married woman, all right? And if you think she has your best interest noting you cheated on your wife, your black wife, and Tasha K is a black woman, you are sadly mistaken. But you're so thirsty, you're so desperate. Anybody that's willing to give you a platform, you will go just so you can lie. If Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street was willing to do podcast with you, you would go, knowing that you have absolutely nothing in common with them. Not only that, FYI, I heard allegedly that you may be doing a show or a podcast with T.S. Madison, which, if y'all are not familiar with her, she is a transformer. She is a transmission. And that's all I can say, because YouTube is very funny when it comes to talking about the alphabet mafia. But yet, you was trying to you did drag Mel's brother, who is in that alternative lifestyle. So again, you go wherever the wind blows. You go wherever is convenient for you. All of this acting like you got morals, you got standards, and you so self-righteous. We knew you wasn't self-righteous when you impregnated the werewolf. Let's continue.
Y'all know that, no. I got hit, but it's okay. You know, men, because we do stupid shit, so we do get hit sometimes by a woman. And it's cool. I'll accept that.
Okay, wait a minute. So, y'all should have just read in between the lines. He said how nobody made a big deal when his ex abused him. And we know who he's referring to. But you turn around and you say, well, men, we do stupid stuff, so sometimes we do get hit. So now you're contradicting yourself. You went from saying you've been abused to saying that you deserved it because you did something stupid. This is what I'm saying, ladies. Please read in between the lines. Do you see how much he has twisted just that quick? You got to be able to catch on. You can't think slow when it comes to how these men move. Let's continue.
Yep, and I appreciate those good men who are out there doing it all. I appreciate them men.
Cause you ain't.
It's not a lot of us out there. I get tired of seeing all these single women.
And you are one of them. Uh-oh, he talking about single women. Let's play that.
Out here, making it seem like it's cute.
Let me back that up.
And right now, I feel like my children's mom trying to get full custody for me.
Let me back that up,
And so
y'all.
that's why I went to Tasha K a while back and put that out. Let y'all know that no, I got hit, but it's okay. You know, men, we because we do stupid shit, so we do get hit sometimes by a woman. It's cool. I'll accept that.
You admit you deserved
And
it,
I
then.
appreciate those good men who are out there doing it all. I appreciate them men. But you know what? It's not a lot of us out there. I get tired of seeing all these single women out here making it seem like it's cute. And right now, I feel like my children's mom trying to get full custody for me. I'm like,
Okay, you said you're tired of single women. Which one? Single women, as in women that are single and who do not have any children and aren't obligated to dealing with baby daddies, because those are single women and they have the right to move around and float and how they choose because they don't have any children and are obligated to you. I don't know if he meant to say single mothers. That's probably what he was implying. And I believe that was his way of throwing shade. I believe he was trying to say, I'm sick of these single mothers, basically insinuating that he's sick of how single mothers, the ones who have the children, how they pretty much try to get the upper hand. But with all due respect, sir, didn't you impregnate a single mother when you had a wife? Ariana Air Mattress already had a child. Okay? All right. You wasn't sick and tired of going over there smashing her and clapping those cheeks. Yet, you created Mel to become a single mother. Because I believe that's what you meant. You said single women, but I know you lack comprehension skills. You're not well educated. So I believe you meant single mothers, and that was your way of trying to shade Mel. But you created that broken home because y'all had a foundation in which she didn't have to be a single mother. Y'all was married. You had your wife. You had your family. Y'all were building a legacy, and you threw all of that away for a bed bug, for a cockroach, who allowed you to cock up and allowed you to crawl all over her as much as you wanted to. So if you're sick of anything, you should be sick of yourself for the fact that you kept going over there smashing her over and over when she unalived a couple of your children. And when she felt like you was not going to give in, she made it her business to keep little Chucky. Miles Morales is what he calls himself. So you can miss me with the single mother shade because you impregnated a single mother and you didn't have to because you already had your own wife. You big dummy.
why? Like, I was taking my kids to school, yesterday. I was taking them to school yesterday. It was about 7:15, 7:20. And I was just thinking, like, look at all the stuff that I've done, and it's only 7:20. And look at all that I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Being a great father.
Here we go with this Tyler Perry moment. He made the statement that he believes Mel is trying to get full custody. Do you blame her? Because who wants to deal with you? Who wants to even have to communicate with you? Martell is very exhausting. We're tired of him from a distance. So could you imagine what Mel has to go through talking to him, communicating with him, unfortunately, because they have children together? She wants full custody because she wants to get rid of you. Not only that, the fact that you had your little cockroach concubine always around your children, knowing she played a significant part in the divorce, it just goes to show how low you are, and you have no type of morals. You have no filters to how far you will go to try to destroy a woman. It's already disgraceful. You got this woman pregnant, but then you're going to have the audacity to allow your children to be around this woman, and you should be selective about whatever you choose in your own personal time as your personal freak, as your personal salad tosser. That's your business, but that should not be included with you and your children. You're supposed to separate that. Your children should have nothing to do with your cockroach concubine. But we'll continue.
But somebody want to say that you and your children. I mean, want to put it out to the public that you'll be children. Because we go to me, guys, listen. If a person ain't in jail, when DHR comes and say, we ain't find nothing, we talk to the source and there's nothing, that person should be held accountable. That person should be held accountable. Do you understand me? Y'all need to stop with that person trying to handle a good ass father, a father. So with that being said, again, Mahogany Meeks, whatever your name is, listen. You know what allegations are? You know when you go to court and somebody's forced to drop something, Mahogany, talking about the court documents don't lie. I'm up here telling you right now. Do you know what allegations are? That's what allegations are. Somebody followed a motion saying something for people like you to believe it. And then when you go to court, they forcing to drop this shit. So if you go look at the court documents, look at all that shit. What you talking about, the court documents? Look at it. You read all them court documents. Have I ever been accused of? Yeah, I've been accused of it. Yes. From a person who's trying to get a storyline. And then Mahogany, before you say anything else, you go read. Go get educated. And stop playing with me. All y'all, stop playing with me.
Martell, while you're telling everybody to go get educated, go get your own legitimate contractor's license. Okay? If you were productive and had something going for yourself, you wouldn't be so hell bent in trying to go in trying to come after Mel every chance you got because you looking for her to financially provide for you. The same energy you put coming online, we need you to have that same energy in filling out a job application. How about that?
Yeah, it's all been dropped. Yes, she dropped it. The person who filed the motion dropped it. She was forced to drop it. Go look at all them documents. She hasn't been victorious in court and filed 4 motions on me. Okay, 4 motions on me. Talking about took my son to the doctor. Said I punched him. Said I hit him 25 times. I don't know if y'all know me, but Martel, I was benching about 465 at the time, right?
Not mention that you haven't been victorious either. You tried to get the courts to grant you a certain percentage for sugar mama products. That didn't go through. You tried to profit doing the children's books. That didn't come through. You tried to start your own clothing line. That didn't come. Your own underwear line. That didn't go through. Then you tried to Ines wine. That didn't go through. You don't need to be knocking any of whatever shortcomings Mel may have had. Because shortcomings are a part of life. We all are not going to be 100% successful at everything. But, sir, you don't have more letdowns and rejections than a fat girl going to the senior prom. So, you don't need to be sitting up here talking about how every time Mel tried to come for you, how she had to keep dropping, how she keeps fumbling the ball. You not only fumbling the ball, you've been fumbling the bag. You know what I'm saying? Staying at Airbnbs with air mattress. You done lost your lifetime supply of Popeye's chicken. You don't have the room to sit up here and be exploiting males' failures or moments in which she did not succeed, because you don't caught a lot of L's these last 3-4 years, Martell. It has not been your winning season at all, none whatsoever. You've been crashing on that Rent-A-Center sectional sofa at that Airbnb. And now I've been hearing you ain't really been, hanging out in the company of your coleslaw lately. Because I guess you're getting tired of that great value chicken Alfredo. But we'll proceed.
And I'm like, man, I said, if I hit anybody 25 times with anything, it's going to be a mark on there.
That's nothing but narc manipulation. As if people are slow. We know that narcs have a way of knowing how to hurt, harm, or cause injury without it being any visible marks. Okay. We know that Martell is evil, but he's also very clever. He knows how to do things a certain way in which he does not make himself look terribly bad. Martell is one of those type of abusive men. He won't leave a mark on you physically, but he'll leave a mark on you emotionally and mentally. He's very, very abusive mentally and emotionally.
I get up in a moment. If you hit somebody 25 times with anything, it'll be a mark. I'm like, why would you say something like that? And no mark, no. I've never put a mark on any of my children. And I know I'm just ran.
You did put a mark on your children. You put a mark on your children when you had that little helmet from Arion Air Mattress Werewolf outside of that marriage. You put a whole mark on your legacy, sir. You put a huge blemish on the anointing of your marriage. You defiled your marital union when you had a child from that succubus. So you left a major mark. You might want to retract that. You did leave a major mark, sir. You left a major mark on your legacy, because your children are going to remember you for your actions and the pain that you caused their mother. So yes, you left a mark, a permanent mark at that.
Because it's like all this shit just hurting me.
Real bruises do clear up. Black eyes go away. Broken bones will heal. But the damage you cause, ain't no healing in that, sir. That's permanent.
I've always taken pride in being a father. Always taken pride in being a father. And it's just in me. It's just in me. In terms of being a great father.
Not only have you not taken pride in being a father, you have not taken pride in being a husband. You should have been both. And you think you can compensate for your lack thereof of being a husband, not being a good husband, by constantly pushing a narrative that you've been a great father. And you have not been a great father either. Because a man who loves his children is not going to cause any harm or pain to the mother who birthed them. Especially when the mother of his children was once upon a time his wife. So miss me with that.
And it's just me sitting back and trying not to say nothing. Y'all know I've been on social media for some months. Just chilling. And next thing you know, all this stupid shit just happening. So
and honestly, you need to continue to stay off social media. We were actually fine when you kept your mouth closed. Every time you open your mouth, it just pollutes the population. Every time you talk, every time you speak. Yeah, you claim you was off of social media, and you was, but I don't think it was for no couple of months. And you need to stop for social media, because every time you open your mouth, you cause more harm than help. You lose credibility for the points you're trying to prove, because we be catching you in multiple lies every time you try to explain yourself. I just think you better off at staying off social media, but we know that's not going to happen, because the thing about it, the bloggers, we got your mind. We got you by the balls. We got you pressed. And that's why you feel the need to address. Because we have you pressed. Because if you couldn't care less, you wouldn't address. We got you hot and bothered, boo. And I doubt this is going to be the last time you're going to keep your mouth closed. You're going to come back up here and come up with some old lies, and we just going to tell you out the frame some more. But let's continue.
I'm going to start addressing it every single time. But I want you guys, the blogs, when you guys, if you got Martell, go up there, son. You be going up there. My son. So, no, my kids having a good time. They just want me to get off this RZR, but they doing stuff up there. You know? They doing stuff up there.
I only don't want you to get off the live, but I also want you to get off the bull crap. I want you to get off of that too. Because all this, my son, you don't have no real compassion for your children like that. You really don't have any real gratitude or care when it comes to your children. All this is just an act, okay? Because it's a big coincidence that you decided to do this video while you have your children with you. We know this is all for show.
But you guys, y'all start holding all these other people who's lying. The other person who's lying. I mean, I hate.
We'll hold other people accountable when you first hold yourself accountable, and secondly, hold Ariane Air Mattress accountable, because she's been talking poorly about your children, about your ex-wife. And FYI, I also heard that Ariane was in the comments saying that you needed to address Paris, and she had big old exclamation marks, which he did not address. So even Ariane Air Mattress is finding out, boo, you're not that important either, and you never have been, because she was in the chat and he did not address it. He did not even acknowledge her being in the chat. So it's just going to be interesting, but we'll continue.
But hold them accountable. Y'all ask the right questions. Carlos King too. Yes, ask her the right questions. When we get on that stage, ask the right questions to her instead of trying to ask the right questions to me. Because I'm tired of all this. I'm tired of all of Martel is in the band.
No, what you're tired of is the bloggers not buying in what you say. What you're tired of is staying in that Airbnb. What you're tired of is eating that great value chicken Alfredo. What you're tired of is smashing Ariane Air Mattress. I know you sick and tired of her. I'm sure everything y'all have between each other now is so dry and unfulfilling. And mostly, you're tired of not having your way. That's what you're tired of. And to be honest, we're tired of you lying. So we all are even. Let's go.
No. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. Martel is not a person. Y'all never seen me hit anybody. But y'all see Martel being hit. Martel never children. Never. And never will. Never will.
What you need to be hit with is child support. That's what you need to be hit with.
And with that being said, it is what it is. I'm about to enjoy my 5 children. Because if I was a person, my kids want to be with me right now. Do y'all get it? Do y'all get it?
And you're still not a good person. The only reason you have your children is because it's court ordered. And unfortunately, we don't know what type of system Huntsville family court has going on, but me, from personal experience, we've seen many cases in which bad parents still have access to their children. So just because you haven't been convicted or arrested, it does not validate that you're not a bad parent. Okay, we've seen many cases slide through the cracks, slide through the system. And he keeps running with that narrative because he knows Huntsville has not really nailed him to the cross. So that's a safe haven and saying, well, I still got my kids. I still get to see my children. They still get to come with me. No shit, Sherlock. We know the court system is designed at allowing trifling parents to have their way. And courts don't get involved until something severely happens. It takes a child to get hurt or in some cases, worst case scenario, a child to lose their life by the time they step in and intervene and make decisions that are in the best interest of the child. Not only that, sir, you have been avoiding taking that psychiatric evaluation test because you are afraid that if that test were to prove that you are mentally or psychologically unfit, that you'll lose custody of your children. If you're so sure of the court system and you're so certain you're a good father, you don't need to be dodging that psychiatric evaluation test.
Be with me 7 days on, 7 days off to a man. Where they do that at? Don't play with me.
Okay, y'all. So, y'all have heard pretty much the same tired explanation we've been hearing for years. I'm a good father. If I'm that bad, why I still see my kids? Why they still allow me to see my children? Then it's convenient for him to go viral when the heat turns up. Just like when the situation with him and Ariana air mattress went down. He went viral. You know, every time the heat turns up, that's how you know he's folding under pressure. Because he has to address it. He has to go on live and address it. Because he himself even knows that we're not going to buy it. So he thinks that by addressing it, it helps his case. But what it does, it makes it worse. But you know what? I want Martell to keep on talking. Please keep talking. Because the more you talk, the more you hurt your credibility. Just in this one video, and we've seen it in several videos, how Martell has contradicted himself, how he's caught in so many lies. He can't keep his stories straight and consistent. Because see, one thing about the truth, when it comes to the truth, you don't have to add nothing, you don't have to subtract anything. The truth is consistent. With a lie, you have to remember the lie you told. You got to add another lie to cover the next lie, and so forth. And that's how it gets mixed up, and that's how it gets confusing, because you forget your lies. You know, and anybody who's been following, you know, love and marriage and the situation surrounding Martell and Mel and everybody, you know, we have so much footage. It's so many receipts out there, thanks to the sisters I'm blogging, that's been putting it down and has been spilling the beans and letting it be known. This man is a habitual liar. Nothing he says is credible. But I want him to keep talking. The more he talks, that's more rope he's giving himself to hang himself with. That's what he's doing. So keep going live, keep talking, keep lying. What it's doing is it's helping to build Melody's case. And what it's doing is making Martell's character look even worse than what it's been looking. Nevertheless, it's all a matter of time. This thing is a process when it comes to courts, when it comes to cases. It's never cut and dry. It's never easy peasy. It's going to take a lot. A lot is going to have to happen. There's going to be a lot of steps, a long procedure before Melody gets the justice that she really needs. In the meantime, y'all, we just got to stay prayed up. All the bloggers continue to keep those receipts like you've been doing. Let's keep these lies in our file cabinet, so when push comes to shove, you know what I mean, we got plenty to bring to the table. You know, when it's time for him to finally get to that place in which he's going to have to answer for all the karma that he has produced when it comes to these courts. So anyway, I kept y'all over an hour. I'm going to get ready to shut down the lounge. But y'all know I'm always coming up with content. I'm always delivering y'all spiritual awareness. So until next time, before y'all exit, hit that like button right now. It'll only take a moment. If you hit the like button, I would appreciate that. Make sure you like, you share, subscribe. Big ups to any bloggers who was in the building this evening, and to everybody else who's been part of this journey and this wonderful live chat. Y'all be blessed, and until next time, take care.